All right. Hi, Emily. How are you?
Good, thank you.
All right. So we're going to start off just by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey on becoming a professional organizer, and what drew you to how do you say it?
KonMari method.
KonMari method? Yeah.
So I've always loved organizing. Like 20-something years ago, I used to watch Clean Sweep on TLC, and I was a big fan of Peter Walsh. And then after I had kids, I realized I needed a career change. And I picked up Marie Kondo's first book. It was The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And initially, the first time I read it, I wasn't ready. And then I picked it up again in 2018, and I did a whole tidying festival. I decluttered every single thing I owned.
Oh, wow.
And it felt so amazing that I thought, okay, this is what I have to do. I have to help other people. So I joined NAPO first, and then I became certified with Marie Kondo.
Is it a lot of hoarders that you work with, or is it just pretty much everyday people?
Everyday people, because hoarding situations are, that's a mental disorder.
Yeah.
And the clutter is a symptom of this disorder. It's not the root of the problem at all. So I'm not qualified to work with hoarders, but I do know people who can. I can refer you to someone.
Yeah. I feel like with collecting a lot of clutter, it's one of those situations where before you know it, you're like, holy cow, what happened?
Yes.
You know?
Right. It starts with one thing in a corner, and then another thing, and then it's just the corner where everything lands.
So that kind of sounds like my closet. So for those who aren't familiar, what exactly is the KonMari method, and how is it different from other organizing techniques?
Right. So the full method, let's call it that. The full method is a tidying festival, which sounds fun, right? You go through all of your things in a specific order, and you decide what to keep based on how you want to live your life, like your ideal life. So it's much more of a commitment than a regular method, but it goes so much more in depth, and it helps change your mindset so that you're not accumulating clutter again after that.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah. Although, it can be applied to small spaces. If you just want to KonMari your pantry or your closet, we can do that.
Yeah.
But the full method is much more comprehensive.
I feel like my closet's calling me, KonMari.
I know. So I just moved, and I literally put everything in my closet. I didn't know what to do with it, so it's either in my garage or my closet. So, yeah, I read that it's you pick categories and kind of go through with each category. So many women in midlife are looking to downsize or simplify. Mm-hmm. What do you recommend they start when everything feels overwhelming? What do they start with?
Yeah, if it's very overwhelming, I would say pick a space like your closet, because it's the first thing you see every day, right? You're going to pick what to wear. Your underwear, undergarments, are literally the foundation of your day. If you wear stuff that is ill-fitting or that you don't love, you're not comfortable, your whole day is going to go wrong.
True.
So
bras never fit, right?
Yes. So get yourself a good bra that you feel comfortable in. Do your clothes, and then go from there. The important thing, I think, is to keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
So if you can do 15 minutes a day, do 15 minutes a day. If you can afford to hire someone, then it's going to go a lot faster. But otherwise, just keep the momentum going.
So do you recommend they just take everything out of that drawer and set it down and just one by one?
Yes.
Each of it?
Yes. It's better to empty the whole drawer. And so with the KonMari method especially, we do by categories. So instead of doing just clothes, we would subdivide, and it would be okay, let's do all your dresses. Let's do all your t-shirts. Let's do all your tank tops. Because I had someone once who wanted me to just reorganize things in her closet. And she was like, these are my exercise clothes, period. And so I said, okay, now these are your t-shirts. These are your tank tops. These are your leggings. These are your... She was like, oh, I really have a lot more than I thought I did. But now that you can see everything all together, now you can make choices. Which t-shirts do you love, right?
Yeah. I know someone who has at least 1,000 running shirts.
Yeah, I do. And right now they are in a bag in the corner of my closet. Because, every run that you do, they give you a t-shirt.
Right.
So I was like, what do I do with these? Make a quilt? Or do I just get rid of them? I don't know what to do with them. So
do you love them enough to keep them?
No.
Right. So don't bother.
I thought a cute quote would be cute.
Yeah.
With the ones that you love, yes.
Yeah.
But don't feel obligated to keep it just because you have it.
Right. What are some of the most common emotional blocks or challenges that people face when they're trying to declutter?
I would say the most common one is hanging on to the person you used to be, even if you're not that person anymore. And then, just like keep the memory of it or keep the lesson that you learned.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't matter whether or not you still own the thing, like you have that lived experience. Another common block, I think, is when you are listening to other people's voices instead of your own. Like you might have someone gave you a gift. You love the person, you love that they gave you a gift, you just don't like the gift.
Yeah.
But you feel like, oh, but I should keep it.
Right.
Or like it's my mother's or my grandmother's china and I loved her, but this is not my style and I'm never going to use it.
Yeah.
So you're listening to this thing that you think you should be doing, but like that's not you. You have to live for you. So if you're not going to use it, let it go.
Yeah, I know that when my ex and I broke up, it was easy to declutter all of that crap.
Yeah.
Because I hated them. Okay, we've all got the junk drawer. I think I have at least 3. What's your advice for tackling spaces that we tend to avoid?
I would say the best solution for it, to my mind, is to give them a purpose. So don't think of it as a junk drawer, because otherwise you'll just dump junk in it and you won't find anything. Think of it as a utility drawer. And figure out, okay, like I want to go there to find like my batteries, my pens, and my screwdrivers, Allen wrenches, whatever, and then get little like drawer inserts. So everything stays corralled in its own space. And it helps set a limit to the space. Because like if you have a little drawer insert that is full of pens, you don't need any more. Like once it's full, that's it. Good.
That is such a good idea because my drawer, all 3 of them, probably have at least 100 pens each in there. Oh, that's a good idea.
That sounds like my bakery drawer. I don't know why I have like 5 different spatulas. Yeah, I don't need this.
How can someone maintain an organized space when life keeps getting in the way?
I would say it's perfectly fine to do a reset, like daily or weekly. I have to do it too. Like a lot of people, when they hear what I do, they tell me, oh, I bet your house is perfect. Like, no, because I live there.
Right.
The difference between having a tidy house that is tidy all the time and a house that is organized is that an organized home is easy to tidy because all your things have a place where they go. So if you need to pick up, you pick up the thing, put it away, and that's it. And then it's tidy. It doesn't mean it's picture perfect all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm a big proponent also of the 1 in, 1 out rule. So buy a new piece of clothing. Let's say you buy a new sweater. Get rid of an old sweater to make room for it.
It is hard. I think the hardest part is a lot of people hold on to clothes, especially like if they're weight fluctuating.
Oh, yeah.
So they tend to keep their old clothes. Like, I'll fit back into those. I know I've been guilty of doing that.
Yeah.
I think we all do it to a certain extent, but like it's best to ask yourself, is it realistic that I will fit into this again? And maybe it is.
Right.
But if it's like several sizes too small, then let it go.
And it is harder to do that. So decluttering isn't just about stuff. Can you share how organizing your space can positively impact mental and emotional well-being?
Right. There was a study done by UCLA, I think, where they showed that a cluttered environment raises your cortisol levels, especially for women. So it makes you stressed out. Because clutter it's not just things that physically get in your way.
Right.
It's also things that are occupying space in your brain without you even realizing. You're always thinking about the stuff.
Right.
And your home should be a place where you can relax and recharge. And with all the stuff, you can't.
Yeah.
So decluttering helps with that. And I think a lot of people don't realize also that once you declutter, you actually have more time because you're no longer like cleaning the thing and moving a thing to clean under it and then moving it back. And you have more time to do the things that you actually want to do.
So go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to ask, I know I read a little bit of one. It says, keep the things that spark joy. What does that mean?
So with the KonMari method especially, we focus on what we keep instead of what we get rid of. And it's very, very personalized, because something that sparks joy for you may not spark joy for anyone else.
Right.
But the important thing is, like, it's your home, it's your things. It has to work for you.
Right.
So, we keep what sparks joy and what will help us live our best life. So if you envision the way that you want to live, and then you can ask yourself, well, is this item helping me get closer to my vision, or is it in my way?
Yeah. How do you help people with the guilt of getting rid of things that, like we talked about before, that were a gift, or maybe something from their parents' home that they have now? Like, how do you help them with the guilt of, like, I can't throw this away because my mom loved this?
Right. So a gift, the purpose of a gift is to be received.
Right.
That's it. Once it has been received, it has made you happy, it has made the giver happy. Whoever gave it to you does not want to burden you for the rest of your life with it. Right? So you can pass it on to someone else. And that's what I love also about the Marie Kondo method, is that she focuses not on, like, when you let go of something, don't feel guilty, feel grateful. Because it was used, for example, the sweater kept you warm. Right. You loved it. It no longer, maybe it's torn, maybe you don't like it anymore, whatever. It has served its purpose in your life, and you can let it go and move on to something else.
That is such a great way of looking at things.
Yeah.
I have so many old clothes. I have jeans from 20 pounds ago. Right. And even some clothes that, like, oh, I wore this when I went on vacation, and just kind of have, like, sentimental value, but I'm probably never going to wear it again.
Yeah. So I have a pair of jeans, I think, from like 20 years ago. I don't know why I'm keeping them. Like,
BB jeans? However you say that brand.
I don't even know what they are. BB, I did like BB. But they have this, like, sequence. I'm like, they're never coming back in style. I don't know what I'm doing here. So we're big believers in reinvention on our podcast.
Right.
How can decluttering and organizing help women reinvent themselves in this time of their life?
Right. I think it's almost the basis to reinventing yourself, because a lot of my clients are going through a big life transition, like they're empty nesters, or they're retiring, or they get a new job, or they're divorcees. Like, they need to change something, and their house, their environment needs to reflect that. Yeah. So, you need to be surrounded by things that you love and no excess.
Yes. Yeah. I have a lot of excess.
When I first heard about the Marie Kondo or the KonMari method, I thought it was just being we just get rid of everything. But it's not. No,
that's a common misconception. She would not want you to get rid of anything that you don't want to get rid of.
Right.
The purpose is really, like, what do you love? What is important to you? And then keep all those things. But ideally, treat them with respect. Right. And that, like, you don't just dump all your socks in a drawer. Like, you fold them together in pairs, right?
I can't even find the pairs. Oh, you do? That's awesome.
Yeah. But does it ever get in your way? Like you open the drawer and you're like, okay, here's one sock. Where's the other?
It's so frustrating.
Right? But if you just take that extra step to folding them and putting them together, not only does it look better, but you feel better than when you want to go put on some socks.
Have you ever looked into someone's closet and almost passed out?
No.
Okay.
Come to my house.
I always see it as, like, such a big opportunity. Like, okay, this is going to look fantastic after.
Yeah, I bet you get excited. Like,
yes.
I can't wait for the after.
Yes.
Yeah, when I think about it, like, before I read about what you do on KonMari, the KonMari method, I was like, okay, well, I just need to organize and put things in their place, but I would keep everything.
Yeah. Right.
Instead of get rid of things. So,
right.
Yeah, I like how this is, like, keep the things that actually mean something to you.
Right.
Because I've never went piece by piece by piece and said, okay, I love this. It's just like, maybe one day I'll wear it.
Yeah.
But I really don't love it.
Right.
So I love that about it, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can see how important it is to put so much intention into every single item.
Right.
Because I have a garage full of things from my parents. And some days I'm just like, oh, I just need to get rid of it. So I don't even see what's in there. It'd be so much easier. But my fear is I'm going to get rid of something that I want.
Yeah.
So that's hard.
Yeah. I was like that with my dad's deer head. Like,
okay.
I don't know why I kept it, but my dad loved it.
Yes.
I was like, I know he loved it, but I don't love it. So it took me a long time to get rid of it, but I found someone that loved it.
Oh, good.
So I finally got rid of it. It took months. Yes. But I finally got rid of the deer head.
How do you help people with that emotional attachment of not even the item, but just knowing that it belonged to somebody important to them?
Right. One thing that I recommend is taking a picture of it and then writing down its story.
Oh, wow.
And then you can keep that instead of the item itself.
Yeah.
And I've seen it on social media. I actually saw a picture of it was like a big serving platter. And the woman who had donated it wrote its story down and taped it.
Oh, wow.
And was like, I no longer use this, but here's like it went through like 3 generations and like use it in good health kind of thing.
Yeah. I would be crying my eyes out for writing a story for every little piece, every memory, and that would be awesome, but also that would be emotional.
Yeah.
So it's probably good for you and for the piece.
I mean, it's cool to think that everything you have has a story, and it's not just something in the corner.
Right.
Like it truly means something.
But even then, like if you go to a museum, you don't walk into a room that's full of stuff. You have like the best. And there's a little sign that explains this is important because blah, blah. And you can curate your stuff in the same way. Like you keep the most important object and not everything.
Yeah. Now that makes me excited to go through things.
Yeah.
Where I'm at. I haven't even started, so it's a little overwhelming.
All right, so we're going to run through a couple of myths. Anne-Marie's going to run through these with you and see what you have in response to them.
I'm just going to state the myth, and then you give me your opinion. You have to get rid of everything.
No, please don't. I will not make you get rid of anything that you don't want to get rid of. I am here to help ask you questions and help guide you to make the right decisions. If you want to keep it, keep it.
Yeah, I like that. If I get rid of it, I'll regret it.
It's rare. I would say there's this thing called the 20-20 rule. If I get rid of it, and if I were to need it again, could I easily replace it in about 20 minutes for about $20? So like if you have, a turkey baster and you're like, well, so here's the thing, like if you host Thanksgiving every year, you need the turkey baster, you use it.
Right.
If you don't foresee a time when you're going to need it, you can get rid of it. And if you ever do need it, like just go to H-E-B, buy a new one, it's fine.
I can just give it to Cindy.
Yes.
First, I need to organize. Is that true?
First, you need to declutter.
So it's backwards.
Yes. And then you figure out like, okay, what objects do I have? What size are they? Where do I want to keep them? And that's when you decide how you're going to store them and whether or not you need to buy anything.
Okay.
Because with a lot of my clients, like I remove their donations if they want at the end of a session. And I often remove like bins and baskets and stuff that they bought to organize, and it was not suited to their needs, and it became clutter.
I see some of those people reorganizing, and all they did was put all of their stuff into baskets.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
You need a full weekend to declutter.
No, most people do not have the time or the stamina to do a full weekend. When I work with someone, usually it's a 3-hour session. I can go up to 6 hours. But even those big projects are usually spread out over, like, I go once a week or I go once a month until it's done. And when people do not hire a professional, then just do whatever you can, like do 15 minutes. If that's all you have, do 15 minutes. And then the next day, do another 15 minutes until you get through it.
I like that idea of just going through, like, maybe just go through one box a day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not, because I feel like I have to attack the whole garage.
No,
that's not necessary.
No. And it's like, how do you eat an elephant?
What?
One bite at a time, right? You can't eat the whole thing. So
I'd be stuffed. Storage solutions will fix everything.
No. Yeah. It's just going to become more clutter. And I mean, honestly, why would you pay money to buy things that you're going to get rid of?
Yeah.
I know when we were in Home Depot yesterday, Cindy got excited about storage. Just storage containers.
I did. I went and bought a ton of clear containers so I could see what's inside. And it's just what I see is the stuff inside sitting in my garage. So yeah, I do need to go bin by bin. Just bring one in and probably do that. Yeah.
I did watch a couple episodes of her shows on Netflix.
Yes.
And I love what you said. What she does is just taking everything out of your closet, piling it on your bed or wherever, couch.
Right.
And it kind of makes you see, I feel like if I did that, I'd be like, holy cow, what have I been doing?
Well, it
It's
would really
like junk in there.
Yeah, it would shock your system.
Yeah.
And then after that, there's a good chance that you wouldn't be buying as many clothes. You would be like, no, I have so many. I don't want that whole mountain of clothes again.
Yeah. It's wonderful to get rid of things. I'm sorry. It's wasteful to get rid of things.
It is wonderful.
You're like, yes, true.
So I would say it's also wasteful to keep them. Your home is not a landfill. It's not a storage unit, right? It's where you relax. It's where you live. It has to serve you. It doesn't serve your things.
Right.
If you're afraid of being wasteful, then I can help you find places to donate your things so that it can be used again. But if you're just keeping it in your house and you're not using it, but you're basically paying rent for your stuff, like that's wasteful too. And
Is that usually how you direct people, is to make a pile of donation and a pile of junk, like waste, throw away?
yeah, and I help them figure out what's what.
Okay.
And then I do donate their items if they want me to, because it's that much off their plate, right?
Yeah, right.
Because then sometimes, have you ever been in a situation where they see the donated items, they start taking things out of the donated pile?
I've had a situation once where like it was a couple who lived in the house and one person hired me, but then their spouse was like, but I don't want to get rid. So I said, you know what? Like, I'll let you sleep on it, and at our next session, whatever is left, I will donate that.
But that would be hard.
Yeah.
Sentimental items cannot be decluttered.
They can just keep the best. Like, for example, if you have a whole shelf full of trophies from your childhood, keep the best one or keep your favorite one, and you don't need to keep every single thing.
Yeah.
I do have my childhood trophies.
Right. See, like if you have room for them, it's not necessarily a problem.
Okay. They're in a bin in my garage.
Right. Okay. So do you ever look at your garage and go like, I wish I didn't have all those bins?
Every day I walk past them.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Decluttering is a one-time event.
No. I would say if you do a big tidying festival, that will really, really help curb the influx of things. But we do need to always upkeep, I would say.
Yeah. Can you break down what a tidying festival is and how that would look?
Right. So you go through all of your belongings in order. First you do clothes, then books, then papers, then miscellaneous items that we call komono. So that is really everything. That is like everything in your kitchen, everything in your garage, your CDs, if you still have them, stuff in your bathroom. Yes. Honestly, I still have some too. And the last category is sentimental items. So we go through everything. And it takes a while. Obviously, we spread that over several months usually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good. I have not only all the CDs, and I have them in that little black thing, because I feel like those are my memories from the 80s. And I have like all my DVDs that I never watched. They're just sitting in a box.
I had a box full of VHS tapes. 6 years ago, I got rid of them finally. I'm like, I have all
Can't even watch them.
I know. You can probably convert them, but
Yeah, true.
it's like all those Disney VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Like, I finally gave them to a guy.
And you have to get them before they go back in the vault, right?
Right.
Oh, true. That was the thing.
Yeah. I just gave them to a guy that had kids, and he's like, yeah, I'll take them. He probably went and sold them or whatever he did, but yeah, I let him go. All the Disney.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find it hard to get rid of something because I think this might be valuable one day.
It may or may not. Most of the time, it will not. You can just look it up often on eBay. Look at items that have sold, not whatever anyone is asking right now, just items that have actually sold. And then figure out, like, is it worth my time to take the picture, or pictures, plural, post it online, write a description, figure out how much I'm going to charge for shipping, and then actually ship it? Is all of that worth whatever amount I'm going to get?
Yeah.
And usually the answer is no, it's not.
Diego has a problem with that. He thinks everything, my son, he thinks everything he gets is going to be worth money. And he looks it up, and I'm like, "Are you ever going to sell it, or are you just going to hold on to it?" He has like so many vintage T-shirts. I'm like, nobody wants that T-shirt. He probably has. I would say probably close to 500 T-shirts. Yeah, he has a lot. Yeah, I need to work on him with this.
But I bet you people would want to buy them because I know my daughter Jasmine, sometimes she'll go down to those like little thrift stores or boutiques and they sell vintage shirts. So you can probably make some money off of them.
I take them there.
Right. Well, if he's ready, then yeah, take them there and take whatever they give you. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting. I feel like I'm a hoarder in little baby situations. Like I collect coins and I can't let go of them, but I also don't have the time to go through them all to see if like, should I even keep this coin? I just have like protein buckets full of coins. They're everywhere. Right. And I just can't, like it's hard for me to let go of it. And I don't know why. It's so weird.
It is hard to let go of the family sentimental things. Yes. I know it is very hard to let go, especially when you've lost a parent and you're just like, oh, I know they love that. Or, you know, that reminds me of them. So I do like the story, write a story about it.
Yeah.
And, do something like that. But I know with my aunt, that was a situation of a hoarder situation. So I couldn't really keep anything. Like I had to have people come in and just clear the house out. And as much as I wanted to keep stuff, I'm just like, just give me the pictures. Make sure you give me the pictures. And like I was telling Anne Marie, there was a koala bear. I was like, if you come across the koala bear in this 4-foot high stack of stuff with a path walking through it, that's how bad it was. Just keep the koala bear, because my dad got it and then we played with it when I was a kid, but we never found the koala bear because that's how bad the situation was. But I mean, decluttering and that situation is much different. So I understand now that, you know, finding the spark of joy in things is very helpful. So yes, I appreciate that part of it.
Me too. And also just the idea of do it by item.
Yes.
Because my whole thought is like, this whole thing is everything my mom wanted to keep. Because obviously, like, she still had it 30 whatever years later. And that's how I think of it. I think of like, oh, I have to do the whole garage at the same time. And instead of just saying, okay, let me look at this. No, I know she wouldn't want to keep a Folgers container.
Right.
So that's what she has in there. I opened a box. I was like, what am I even going to do?
Right. Yeah, go box by box. Figure it out. Like, so it does take a while. But it's better than not doing it, because there are 3 paths in front of you. Like you either declutter your things now, or like you make it a priority, let's say like before the end of the year or in the next 6 months, or you do it eventually at some point down the road, or you never ever do it, and then your loved ones are going to have to do it for you after you pass.
Yeah.
So what's the time frame when you start working with somebody? Like what are the steps you go through with each client?
So it really depends on the project that they're interested in.
Right.
Because if they just want to do a pantry, we just do the pantry, that's it. If they say like, my entire house is a mess, please help me, then I will tell them, okay, like here's how much I charge, here's what the whole process will look like, and we'll start with the clothes, and then we'll do the books, and then I can give them like rough estimates of how long it's going to take, but that's really based on how much stuff they have and how quickly they can make decisions. So
I bet that really plays a factor into, because I'm sure like for a full day, by the end of the day, that person probably just feels exhausted.
Yes. Yes.
So finally, how can listeners connect with you if they are wanting to declutter their home?
Right. So my website is amelieorganizes.com. I also have ameliaorganizes.com now because it's easier. And I'm also on Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay. Awesome. We'll add it.
Yes. Because we'll have to spell your name correctly for people.
It's Amélie, like the movie, the French movie that came out, like, I'm going to age myself, but it was in 2001.
I think we're all the same age.
Yeah. We're all there.